Greetings and peace. What's going on? This is Queen Sarita, and I'm coming to you all to talk to you about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and it is called How to Find the Spiritual Love You've Always Wanted. This is going to be like a series because this is really something I'm enthusiastic about, y'all, because I really did work things out in the love department. That's like very important to have the feeling of harmony in my life. And then I wondered why I wanted that. And it's because spiritual progress is important to me this lifetime. When you have that as something that is a goal and something that you want to be able to check, that's where a relationship comes in if you're a spiritual person. Oh, it's so deep. I love it. Because you really are going to see who you are based on the person that you attract. And a lot of times we don't like the things that we see or get. But very often, and it does happen, honey, you will find that spiritual love that you've always wanted. And that's why this video is very much so inspired by spirit, by the sisters that I know out there who really be wanting to connect with someone like on the deepest level that you can even imagine or can't. But yet they keep on running into circles. Some of the guys as well have told me their stories, and you go and all you keep getting is disappointments. People that really do not know how to honor you. They do not understand what you are, who you are, and what you're about. And it doesn't work for a lot of people anymore. A lot of this wasting your time, feeling like you're spinning your wheels. You know, life is not very long. I'm gonna tell you, it's really not, y'all. As of this video right here, I am 40 years old. 40. And thank goodness I still have good health. I feel good. I've learned so much. I've really gotten humbled by a lot of experiences. Will really teach you. Life will teach you. And going back to why we're doing this video right here, you know, finding the spiritual love you've always wanted. Like I was talking about the sisters and brothers that are like, what am I doing? What is missing? Well, these are some things that you can do. I wanted to give you some commentary because Spirit has led me to do this video today. I wrote these notes down, but I really did not have any intentions in doing this video at all for a minute because there's so many little things, but yet it's a very simple thing at that, you know? So we're going to break it down and really talk about it scientifically. Y'all know I'm a scientist and always have been, and that can get you in trouble. But Queen Sarita here, by the way, your host. Let me flash this so nobody will take my video and try to act like it's theirs on YouTube, because that's just not right. There we go. All right, y'all see that? Your host, Queen Sarita. NaturallyHighlife.com is the website. On Instagram is Queen_Sarita. Love y'all. So, when we're dealing with this situation, with finding the spiritual love we've always wanted, we have to collect ourselves in various ways, and we've got to do things differently than before to get a different result. Cannot continue to keep looking the same. And I'm telling you, that's a very important part. If you want to attract a different type of mate than before, you got to change something. You may be making an improvement, maybe you stepping it down, stepping it up, but you got to figure out where on the scale you need to go ahead and collect some data. So we got to collect some data to find this spiritual love that you've always wanted. And one of the ways we can do that is we've got to ask a question. You grab you a piece of paper. That's what really helps me out. Just simple pieces of paper that I can write on and look at, because sometimes the computer's not accessible. As much as I love doing all that kind of stuff, but I had to learn to get offline and write these dang things down, because we have the answers. We just got to organize things, collect some data before choosing, you know, who is it? Who is this spiritual love that you've always wanted? Ask yourself that question. Okay. Have you asked the question, who is it? Okay, so is this gonna be you? Are you the spiritual love that you've always wanted, that you have never given yourself? You always been completely focused on someone else. You never really lived life through your own eyes. Or people's influences on you so strong, you just don't really live your own life. You find yourself feeling like you're living other people's lives. Well, if this person is you or if it's another person, that tells you a lot already to start with, right? Because if it's just you that you're looking to connect with first, I'm going to tell you, that is wonderful. That is the very first step that should be for anybody. You got to connect with you. What do you want? Who are you? And I know, yes, you're a divine being. And yes, we are in these bodies. Yes, I am not Queen Sarita. You don't even know me. You don't know my face. I have no face, really. I'm just incarnated here temporarily on the planet. Seriously, that's what's going on. But while you're here, the human has to have a destination, okay? And you look at your body as like your spaceship. And you're just here temporarily. It's so weird. It's so out there. Which brings us to the card, the Hangman, which I'm going to talk about next in the tarot and the Fool's Journey. Because you have to see things differently. And if you are here at finding the spiritual love that you've always wanted and you have that strong desire, you've got to change something to get a different result. If you don't like what you were getting before, it's something you want more, better, you want to expand it, you want it to be greater or whatever, or you want the thing you already have to be just deeper. There are things you can do. The first thing is that you can do a magic spell on yourself. And that is a huge one that even for me, I did that. Number one, if you find yourself being too serious, as I know I can be, then you'll find if you're too serious, it's not going to be a fun process of living this life often. It's not. Because we're here to enjoy. And enjoyment, it has to happen. Or else, what is that? How are you going to find this spiritual love that you've always wanted if you don't even feel enjoyment? There's a spiritual aspect. It's going to be joyful. It's going to be happy. It's going to be in alignment. And that's why it's important to put a magic spell on yourself. Put a spell on yourself. Because you got to trick yourself sometimes into breaking the patterns. That's what I was looking for. That's why I kept saying the same thing. You've got to break the patterns. So that way you can give yourself what you want. What you want is already there anyway. Everything is around us anyway. And we can attract on a dime. I can honestly tell you, even me, I feel like I can help almost anyone find someone because it is an easy thing. Once you learn the steps, once you know the steps to doing it, I'm talking about them right here. And there's other ways to describe it. But the first step is always connecting with you. Finding out who you are. What does that spaceship, it has, you're directing something. You're directing the play. What is your character doing? I'm directing me right now. What is it that I wanted? I had to ask myself that. I had to get clear on that. I took my notebook out. I wrote notes. I wrote about the person. I wrote about what they'd look like. I wrote about what they wanted out of life. I thought about what would assist me, the types of things that would compliment me, and who I'd be able to assist like more than anything, and like what would be exciting and adventurous. And I'm going to come back with part 2. I need some water.